Okay.
Good evening, Dumelang. It's another Friday, Inspirational Friday. It's here, and today we are talking bold with our guest, Refilwe Xaba. And you know what? Now in my mind, I still have her father's surname. So if I make a mistake and call her Matsanem, please forgive me. That's her father's surname. But she is now Mrs. Refilwe Xaba. And she says that, you know, last time a face-to-face interaction, Lena, she was not yet married. And now God has been good. You know, she's a mom to 2 boys. And the main reason we are here today is to listen to her bold story. She's into business, she's into inspiration, empowerment. You know, she's a student who was studying. Her biography is so packed, and she's a very, very busy woman. Today, I am so honored to have her here. You know, she has this product, her product. Oh, it's a,
No.
do you have any? Okay.
I can reach for it.
Yes, please go fetch something. You know, she has this hair product called Glow Looks. And, you know, I remember years back when she started with this journey, the glow Looks. And we were still at the University of the Free State together. And, you know, I still remember one thing she said about her story and how the journey began. Then there is the products. One day, she says she was sitting, and now the best part and the best thing about this journey is that it's a inalengwana. It has expanded now because it has Glow Looks Kids. So if you are a girl with natural hair, and she will explain further about the texture of hair that her products are catering for. So now, one thing I know about the journey of Glow Looks is that she was sitting and the Holy Spirit spoke to her about her hair, and boom, a product was born, a business, a journey, a new identity for her. And for most of us Black girls with natural hair, you know, we through hair, we are experiencing and loving ourselves and embracing who we are. One of the slogan of Glow Looks is that we did not choose to be natural. We embraced it. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So today, please, let's welcome Mrs. Refilwe Matsaneng. She will explain to us who she is before we enter into the journey. Yeah, her boldness. And then and the reason why I wanted to introduce herself is because I believe it's better when I tell my story, when I tell people who I am, rather than what they assume I am. So, Refilwe, tell us about who you are, and then Oshahakai, most importantly.
Okay. Good evening. Makgokgolotso. I don't know when was the last time, honestly, I saw you face to face. But we thank God for social media, because it's as though, you know, we're still connected. So we get to keep it up to date with what other people are doing. We get to go on the journey with other people, even though we're not physically there. We get to celebrate each other, cheer each other on, support each other. So, you know, we are still connected. So it's good to see you, good to hear you, even though I see and hear from you every day. And just thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. I appreciate every single opportunity that I'm given to speak about my journey and to shed light, and hopefully just touch, even if it's one person, and, you know, just encourage them to go for it and to go for whatever that God has laid in their hearts. And yeah, thank you to your listeners, your viewers that will be listening. I appreciate your time and thank you for tuning in. So, Refilwe Xaba, not Mataneng. I mean, this is my 5th year with my surname, so so Refilwe, I mean, I'm a simple person. I grew up in Sasolburg, a very small town in the Northern Free State, but then I moved to Bloemfontein. I completed my studies here, focusing on commerce. I've always been passionate about commerce subjects. And as I went along my journey and in my growing up, because my father was very entrepreneurial and he was also very much focused. He's an educator by profession, but now obviously he works at the department. But education has always been something very important. So I grew up with education and entrepreneurship in my face. So as I grew up in me and who I want to be, and my contribution to to the world, I saw that I'm best fit when it comes to commerce, particularly entrepreneurship, because I'm very problem solving orientated, and I'm very creative and I'm very open minded, and I don't like to sit on a problem. I always believe that there's a way out, and I always believe that in your way out, you're not just finding a way out for yourself. You now have to take it a step further, package it, and make it usable to other people. So that's me. I completed my master's. I'm currently busy with my PhD proposal. I'm still focusing on entrepreneurship and women. That's my passion because I believe that really women are an untapped source and we have so much potential and so much to give. And if really fostered and if really attention is given to us, we will benefit not just ourselves, but our communities just because of how we are. We are nurturing. We don't just think about ourselves. We don't hoard, we multiply, we share, we empower our communities. And that's just really some of the things that make women entrepreneurs so special. So not getting too far ahead of myself. If I summarize myself, if you don't find me at home with my family, you'll find me at church. If you don't find me at church, you'll find me in my business. And if you don't find me there, you'll find me with my friends. So I'm a very simple person.
Wow, okay. I love that. There's something that you said, women are naturals, meaning that everything that we get hold of, we have the ability to nurture it. We have the ability to turn it into something profitable, not just for ourselves, but for everyone that we come across. Wow, that was beautiful. And yeah, I know you as someone who is so soft, if I say. Yes. And every time you had a chance to talk to someone, I know that you always released life. I remember, I don't know if you still remember, there was a Sunday after our Sunday services. I came to you with what I'm doing now, that I want something for women. But then I don't know how, I don't know where, and it was the early stages of Glow Looks, ne? And yeah. And you said that, with regards to, because now I was telling myself, oh, we let's start our WhatsApp, and you know what, people are all there. One thing that you said was that you don't advise for me to go there WhatsApp route. Why? Because people are busy. It's not everyone. It's not all the time where you'll find someone, what with what I am carrying. If I'm gonna take this WhatsApp, it's not gonna survive. It's not gonna become what it's supposed to be, because with the interaction and the way people are when as far as gadgets and that is concerned. You said that will also kill me, the career of the vision. And you know what? I started that 7 years later.
Wow.
And I thank God I didn't start back then,
Wow.
because the history it failed. I don't think I was gonna go back to it. I don't think I'll do right now, because you know what? It failed. It didn't work. Bona, right now, how active social media is. If I had a bad repetition with it, experience with it, not. It was just not gonna work.
Wow.
So that's one of the
I
that's how
don't remember. I mean, we had so many conversations. I don't remember that specific one, but I thank
no.
God. Look at where we are now.
Look at us now. We are talking at the same social media, and Lina, the vision I came to you with a we can see it's active. And all I can say, how I managed to get there also is because I saw you. I was there when Glow Looks started. Remember that photo shoot?
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes, yes.
I was there, and I saw it growing from hair products to a salon. And also it went to, I remember last year somewhere you had a stand go waterfront.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, I've been looking at these bold moves, because when we're still students passing go mall and coming across these people with stores, we never thought one day one of our own will be standing there with their own product. So seeing you running like this with this vision that someone can take so lightly, it's so empowering. It's also ditoro tsa anyone that has a dream, anyone that is not just sleeping on their dreams, but anyone who doesn't think, okay, this what I'm carrying, it's possible, okay, it can become what I think it is.
Yes.
So now let's talk Glow Looks.
Why? Okay. Where must I start?
In the beginning, and then take it the way you can. Just chew it the best way that will help someone to say, some
Okay.
people, like with me, now I one of the things that gave me a voice, it's my teenage pregnancy story. Ne? Yes. So when your hair that started so
Yeah.
yes, so tell it the way it will make someone to discover something in their lives, to say, okay, this is it.
Yeah. I think I'll start off by first saying anything that you are meant to do in this that we call life is in you already. So you're not going to find it in your friend, you're not going to find it in other people. Everything that you want, that is you're supposed to be pursuing, is in you. It's just that we don't take time to spend time with ourselves. And it sounds like a cliche, but really God has deposited everything you need into your spirit. We just don't take time to listen to what our spirit is saying. So when I started Glow Looks, like I said, I have an entrepreneurial background, but I mean, I wanted to pursue my career first. I didn't think I was going to go into business as early as I did. So I did my honors, I was busy with my master's, and I was busy applying for employment. I was busy, I particularly wanted graduate programs. So I'd get called for interviews, Vodacom, Tiger Brands, big companies. And I just would not break through, you know. So I got to a point, and thankfully, it really was a time when when I started taking prayer very seriously in my life. Because I remember there's you know him, Azile. We went to we were all in the UFS student church, Global Reconciliation. So I remember going to him. I'm like, you know what? I have a burning sense or desire to sharpen myself in prayer. And I need people that will walk this journey with me, that will teach me how to pray, that will help me to stand in prayer. So in me seeking that, I wasn't seeking an answer. I wasn't saying, Lord, I'm going to pray so that you answer me. I said, Lord, I need you right now because I don't have answers. And every door that I'm trying to open is shutting in my face. And I was really disheartened. And I mean, you can imagine you've been studying. I mean, you can't study forever. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
am I going to study forever? You can't just keep studying. You need to, take what you've studied and produce, and that was really what was frustrating me. And I said, Lord, you are going to tell me what it is that you want me to do. And
Yeah.
as like you said, I was in prayer, and I've always had a passion for beauty. I've always had a passion for hair. Just a natural one, just like somebody who draws, somebody who sings. You can't actually say where you get that passion from. Like you have a passion for speaking, but you can't actually say like, no, I saw this person. So it's something that was in me. But I never thought that I never thought the product. There was just never a thought to say, no, man, something is happening in the hair industry. People are moving from relaxed to natural. Why don't you try something? Even when I moved from relaxed to natural, it was just a personal choice, and I just wanted my natural hair. I just wanted to give it a shot, because this would have been the second time I did it. I'm like, you know what, we'll figure it out along the way. So as I was in prayer, I received that idea into my spirit. And at first, I mean, I was just like, I must do what? Where am I even gonna start? I'm studying commerce. I don't know anything about, biochemistry. Who am I gonna talk to? I'm in the Free State in Bloemfontein. Who am I going to speak to? And I remember Holy Spirit just holding my hand and saying, you're going to do it one step at a time, but it's going to take you starting where you are with what you have, which is what I did. I started where I was. I didn't try to wait until I had everything in a room, all my ducks in a row. So even with the products, when I started, I made them as basic as possible because that was the revelation that I had. But when you look at the products that we have now compared to then, it's obviously, I mean, you can't even compare. You can't compare the quality. You can't compare the standard. But what I would really like to emphasize is the fact that God reveals as you move. He's not going to give you everything at the beginning. You need to be moving so that he can tell you, no, stop, no, take a left, no, take a right. But some of us want everything, to be given to us at a go. And the problem with that is that you miss the lessons that come with the steps. So we want to get to the end, but you don't, and we take for granted the fact that as you're making mistakes, as you are, succeeding, you're learning. And those are really the things that shape you. And really that's why I'm where I am today, not in terms of only the business and how it's performing, but me as a person, me in how settled I am right now in my offering and what I'm doing. It took all those years, it took all those experiences to build the confidence, to build the boldness, to build the courage to stand for what I'm doing. Because really, at the beginning, there was a time where I believed so much in the product, but I didn't believe in me. I didn't believe, and I'd have fights with God, and I'd say, Lord, but I can't do it. I can see what you're doing, and I can
Mm,
see what you can do, but I don't know that I can do it, you know. And you can see in how a person presents themselves and how they do things that you are showing up, but not entirely. But like I
mm,
said, it was that journey that today you can't tell me anything. You cannot tell me anything. It doesn't matter. The ones that are staying, stay. It's fine. The ones that are
mm,
coming along, let's go. But I'm at
mm,
a point where I'm so settled, and really the only voice that is governing me right now is God's voice, and it's only upon His instruction that I will
mm,
stop what I'm doing. And it's only according to His instruction that I will continue, because even in being used by God, I'm not the only one, you know. And I remember
yeah,
I'd say I'm so committed and so submitted to this vision that if God says, Refilwe, okay, ofela monana, I will
mm,
gladly, I will gladly accept whoever that is supposed to take over, because I really believe that this vision is way bigger than me, and
yeah,
it's way bigger than what I even think I can achieve.
mm,
So that, I guess, is the more spiritual side, the more mental capacity side of things. And then obviously, as you go along, you start knowing more about the industry, you start learning more about what people want. I
mm,
remember when I started, because my products are natural based, I wanted to keep them as natural as possible. So even the scent, I wanted it to be natural. I wanted everything just to be so
mm,
untempered. But I was like, but you're in the cosmetic industry, you know, people are drawn to things by how they look, how they smell, how they feel. So I had to
yeah,
invest in that. Obviously, get help where you don't know. I'm not in the science field, so I had to get help in terms of formulation, in terms of testing, in terms of getting the right formulas and so forth. So yes, you know, be committed to your offering, but don't get married to it so much that you're not even willing to budge. Because at the end of the day, your offering is for the consumer, and
mm,
you have to be dictated to by what they want. Because
want,
some people
yeah,
are so married to their invention, and this is it, and this is what I'm giving you, that it doesn't matter then, because who's going to buy your product at the end of the
yeah,
day? Because at the
mm,
end of the day, we want sales, we need the money, because you can't do anything in society without money, good or bad. We need money. So also not shying away from the fact that you want your business to grow, you want
mm,
to make profit, because that's another thing that we really shy away from, as especially as believers. And
yes,
really, outside, you cannot influence anything in the economy and in the society without having a financial voice. It's just not going to happen. So
wow,
yeah, I guess let me stop there. I can say a lot. Let me bring you in, and then we'll take it from there.
wow. There's something that you said, Hore, God reveals more of his plans about our lives as we move. You know,
Mm.
not sit here and say, God said, and do nothing and
Yes.
expect things
Mm.
to happen. And I
Mm.
think it has to speak to everyone. Hore,
Mm.
we have a lot of things happened to us back then, and it destroyed our self-esteem. It also made us, especially Rona believers, this season has just been so
Mm.
difficult to almost a lot of people. And some of us, like I say, it took me 7 years to say yes to the
Mm.
and someone is still sitting there because there's nothing tangible for them to say, okay,
Yes.
if I start now, I know I'm
Mm.
going to start with Refilwe, Refilwe
Mm,
will be my
mm,
customers, Refilwe will be my audience, and when these people are not even understanding what you are saying, you give up.
mm.
It's like this,
Yeah.
no, it means it doesn't come from God, you know.
Hmm.
So as you speak, I get it, Hore, it's between me and God.
I want to
And
add, I just want to get in there because you said something that's very important that um I had to learn also
mhm,
in my journey. Like what you're saying, especially about your audience. You must
yeah,
remember that your audience is um the people that God has set for you
yeah.
are expecting a certain version of you. So
Mm-hmm.
now if you're sitting, you're not empowering yourself, you're not, you know, working
Grow.
this gift that God has
Yeah.
given you. And then
Mm,
you get disheartened when people don't respond. And then it's almost like they are attacking you or like, Lord, but you send me to these people, but nobody is responding or a
yeah.
few. Because what I saw is people, and you must remember, people come to your different stages. Some
Mm,
come at the beginning just to launch you. Some are there up until the end. Some are waiting for you to reach a certain some are with
level.
there are versions and levels, and
Wow.
every version and level has an
Wow.
audience. So when you need to work yourself out. That's why the Bible says you must work the land. You have to continuously work because now the version where I am now is not where I was when I started. You
Mm,
understand? And when I started, I mean, when you start, you need people that are actually going to carry you, right? Now that they've carried you, now you need people that are now your audience where I am now. I don't need an audience that's going to carry me. I need an audience that understands value because now I'm at a stage where I have to provide value. I'm not
yeah.
testing the market. It's not at the beginning where people, are still supposed to be like, oh, okay, no, let's support her. No, we're not there anymore. So
Mm.
I think that's one of the very important lessons that I learned that you also are accountable for what people see because you need to present what they're expecting.
Sure. You know what? I am a very emotional wreck.
Ah,
And right now I have tears on my eyes because what you are saying and what we are covering right now, it's very relevant. It's what I
mhm,
once said to this guy, to this friend of mine, Hore, you
mhm,
know, with what I'm doing. It's so
mhm,
difficult. It's difficult, and I have to stay the course because I
yes.
have understanding ya hore uh, I'm on the right track, and whoever
Mm,
coming to the party right now doesn't mean they are against me. Some are sitting
yes.
there, bantse ba re, let her grow, let her come. Yes, we want her to
Yes.
see where she's going, you know,
Yes.
but but the time for us to come in has
Yes.
not yet arrived, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And sometimes it's so frustrating because I remember Hore, with you'll be looking at people like, she has natural hair, why is she not coming, why is she not buying? And Lena, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I have people that can be part of my organization, but no one is coming.
Mhm.
I have single moms, I have friends that are, but Mara, one day I came to
Mhm.
understand, no, no one is your enemy here. You need to work
Yes.
yourself up. You need to work yourself.
Mhm.
You need to have that relationship with God so that you
Mm.
don't ha o tlo sukela batho.
Yes. Mm.
Those
Mm.
people, some of them, yes, don't have the capacity to be with you right now,
Yes.
but
Mm.
it doesn't mean they are against you.
Mm. Mm.
Woo!
Mm. Mm.
Wow.
Mm. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean it's something that's in your heart, and when you do something that you are passionate about, you pour yourself, you pour. you into that product, into this, into these seminars and events. So at the beginning, when you are still growing in your journey, everything is
Mm.
personal. Almost
Yeah,
everything is personal. But
yeah.
as you go, and it's good to finally get to a point where you understand that nobody owes you anything. And even when people come to you, this is one thing that I learned from Dr. Ramila, and she said it in passing, but I was like,
Mm.
wow. So she said,
Wow.
when people come to you, they are not coming to you for you. They're
Mm.
coming for what you have, because of
Yeah.
how it makes them feel and how it serves me. It's just that you have it. So it's that it just goes back to the fact that it's never really about us. And the sooner you separate yourself, the easier it is, especially emotionally and mentally, because then you understand that people are not rejecting you if they do reject. They are rejecting the version of what you are presenting, not you.
Hey, you know what? Yes. I hear you. I hear you well, and I am, uh, I started this Fridays, whatever, randomly so, and
Hmm.
other interview with someone. The Inspirational Fridays came to my spirit,
Hmm.
and today we are here. And every Friday, I
Hmm.
see individuals here that are pouring into me. I am,
Yes.
I'm sitting here listening to you, confirming a lot of things that I
Hmm.
have been going through, and that I believe, Hore, they are also relevant to someone. Because as
Hmm.
you said, everything that we have, everything that we are supposed to become, it's inside of us. It's
Hmm. Hmm.
something I know when I'm already here. It was built up with me. Even the way I
Hmm.
walk, I normally say that every challenge that we come across defines who we
Hmm.
are.
Yes, yes, yes,
Mm,
yes.
mm,
I believe, I mean, we know this, the more that you are given, the more that's going to be
ex-
required of you.
yeah, yeah.
So a challenge, you need to get to a point where you are mature enough in your journey to
Mm,
figure out if the challenge is really supposed to build me, is it edifying me, is it modifying me for something greater? Or is it something that really you leave to God? Some things you leave to God, some you have to go through because, like I
yeah.
said, at the beginning, you have to work your journey out so
Hey,
that you stand the test of time because you're not the only one, number one,
yeah,
and what's always in my spirit is God works in time, and you don't want to miss your time, and now you are not working the land or not edifying yourself to the expected level, that when opportunity comes, now you go back and now you have to fix. Now you have to work 10 times harder outside of God's grace, which is not what God has planned out for us. But
mm,
sometimes we don't take it upon ourselves to rectify ourselves for the moments that God has already set for us. That's why then
yeah,
you'll have to go back and work harder and fight harder. Whereas, had you been ready, had you been alert, had you been tuned in, had you been attuned to what Holy Spirit is saying and guiding, because life is about moments and people. God
yeah,
uses moments and people. If you miss the moments, you miss the people, there has to be now a realigning. Realigning speaks to reworking. Not that you are out of purpose, but it's unnecessary delays that we cast upon ourselves just because we are not, I don't want to say committed, but we fail ourselves at the end of the day. You fail yourself when you don't pitch, because in as much as what you're doing is for other people, it's dependent on you showing up for you first. You commit to you first, then you commit to other people. So yeah, for me, the entrepreneurial journey, it's a journey that taught me self mastery, which obviously you will never complete. That's one of the courses of life you'll never complete, because like I said, as you master, as you move along, as you are elevated and promoted, you need a new version of you. I mean, this
Yeah.
is good for now, these sessions are good for now, but I mean the next level, we can't still be talking to and hearing from Makgogolotso e re buang le ena, no. The
Yeah.
next level is I need a new you, a new voice, a new language, and posture. And that's the work that we need to do, and not just for us, but just really to justify the journey and to make sure that our value is counted among the best. Because
Mm.
I mean, then why do it if not for that?
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Phew. I okay, it starts with me. I am the package.
Yes.
Because when right now, if anyone can say, you know what, Makgokoloso, I'm from Joburg, Kilodula Bloemfontein,
Mm-hmm.
but now I don't know which saloon to go to.
Yes. Mm.
Because I am very specific with what I want on my hair. So
Mm.
now, me, because I know Honali Refilwe, Honali Glow looks, I will totally send this person to you. And
Mm.
not just because I know you, Nje, but just because of how you worked your land, of how
Mm.
you continually worked on yourself, improved and worked not just on
Mm.
the product. As you said, that now when you take your initial products and your current products, there's a huge difference.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm just adding on to that.
Mm.
It's great. It's great to have people that vouch for you.
Yeah.
It's great to have support. But like I said, as you grow, you need to get to a point where your work speaks for itself.
Wow.
Not to discount support. We all need support. But
We do.
if you want to compete, not survive, not exist, if you want to compete and you want to offer people value, you really have to, make sure that what you are offering is it stands by itself and it speaks for itself. And that's really where I am now, because I believe that I've had support that really is just this was just the grace of God. Wherever you go, wherever I go, people will favor me, and people will they will want to back me up, and I thank God. And I just really feel that, especially being a Black woman, being a Black person in my industry, if you just look at what's happening in the cosmetic industry, number one, there are very few to none Africans, South Africans that are, in the top 10 of cosmetics.
Yeah.
So there's still that stigma that, oh, here's another one with hair products. Oh, here's another one with skin products. Oh, here's another one with what else are we making?
Yeah.
Soap or whatever. So there's still that barrier to fight through. That's why we need to compete at a value level, which is really what I'm working towards. And in that, obviously, not just you as an entrepreneur and not just you as the face of the business, we need to also work towards making sure that when you do get to Glow Looks, the people that are there outside of my presence, they represent what I stand for. And
Yeah.
those are some of the mistakes that we make as entrepreneurs, is that we pour so much into ourselves that we don't duplicate into the people that are running with us. So instilling that vision in your employees and in anybody that is working with you towards your vision, that they get what it is, that we're talking about when we say Glow Looks, when we say Glow Looks Salon. And it takes a lot of work, but it's possible. It's possible, but yeah, we need to move from a point where it's support based and to a value based position.
Wow, I am empowered, more revived, more, honestly, this product in my life, that people have been asking for the longest time that I can remember. I even enrolled and took English as one of my modules because I wanted to sharpen my English skills so that when I this product, I am here. Okay, fine. So for 2 to 3 weeks now, I have 4 people who have been asking, "Where's your book? When are you going to publish that book?"
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Which book? Like, and as you say that we need to sit here and work our land, because life is all about moments and seasons and opportunities and people. And I'm thinking, just imagine if I have written and finished that book, Idutimola Eli manuscript, and someone comes in and say, "When are you publishing your book?" And then I say, "No, the book is there on my laptop. I only need money to publish." Do you get, if I come across someone who has money, what's going to happen? So I get the fact that it's very important to work on yourself, work on the product, even if you're not going to take it out there, work on it in your secret place. When you think it's not visible enough, where you think it doesn't make sense, those stages that you don't know what, because I remember when I started Single Moms with Purpose last year, I had a WhatsApp. I wrote a Facebook status, and my numbers, and I received people that wanted to be part of Single Moms with Purpose. That's just a status. And now we grow as nako e tsamaya, ke hona ke bona hore it takes different forms, different shapes.
Yes.
You said it, hore, it's not about me, but it's about what people that are taking this product to needs.
Yes. So I want to add to what you said. Sorry, continue.
No, Ed.
Before I forget, so you mentioned so if somebody comes and the people that came to you and asked you when you are writing your book. So just to add on to that, to somebody that maybe has not started or is sitting on an idea, or has started and is maybe shying away, I also want to add the importance of voices in your life, because God will also use people to nudge you. So also depending on who it is, obviously you should know, you need to know the voices that have been accounted for you. But there are voices that will come, the right voices that will say, when are you writing that book? And then also just as confirmation to time, because I remember I said time. God works with time, because at that time there are certain things, people, resources, opportunities that are set for you. So sometimes it will really take him to get somebody to push you, because you're sitting and when are you writing that book, and just being alert to the voices really that God has blessed us with. But again, obviously with discernment, you don't just listen to anyone and you don't just go anyway, because I also had voices that, premature voices, not wrong. Sometimes, I mean, and I think that's the worst because
Yeah,
somebody will advise you on something that's good, but
but
at the wrong time, you know. And if you can't discern, you are going to, take yourself out of alignment because they'll be bringing something into your mind, into thought, which you'll bring into action that you are not even ready for or capacitated for. So discernment is very important, but also listen to those voices when they do nudge you to say it's time. You have to
it's
go now. Mm.
you. Yeah, I do agree with you. And as you say, preparation I think is the best.
Mm.
As these voices come in your
Mm.
discernment, you know what to do, because some of them can also come and say, you are on track, Vele, you are on the right track.
Mm.
It's just that when you
Mm.
are not confident enough about that,
Mm.
so
Mm.
it's very, very important for one to be prepared. And as you
Mm.
say, I think also pouring on yourself, it helps you to
Mm.
attract the right voices
Yes, yes,
when you are
yes,
in tune and
yes.
in understanding of who you are and what you are
Mm.
here for. It's really,
Mm.
really easy for you to attract the correct
Yes.
voices.
Mm.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
also when you announce yourself
Mm.
and you announce what it is that you stand for, what you're doing, when you announce what Glow Looks is about, where it's going, you already attract the right people, and the ones that are not for you for whatever reason, they will automatically be repelled.
Wow.
That's just the principle in life. If something doesn't apply to you, you will not be attracted to it. And if it does, you will be, but there has to be an announcement. You have to announce. You have to tell us what you're about. You can't expect us to, to to think about, I mean, not think about it, but to assume, because that's what we do. If you don't tell us what you're about, we'll tell you what you're about, good or
Yeah.
bad. So you have
Yeah.
to take a stand. Yeah.
Yeah. All I can say ko go modimo motle. Ke tlo bala di-comment ne. Ke tlo bala
Okay,
di-comment.
no problem.
First comment ke Ntate Xaba. Ntate Xaba, this is really informative, and he said this earlier on the early stages of our conversation.
Thank you.
This is informative. Ra leboha ntate for joining us. And
Yeah.
also ho na le Paul Masinya, le yena a re this is great. He is watching from Pretoria, Hammanskraal. And we also have Abuti Tebogo wa Africa Setole. I remember I had him here. Le yena ke ne ke eme ka maoto because wow. So yena a re the stages and levels spoke a mouthful. By that part. Yes. So Ara, thank you for highlighting taba eo ya di-stages. And then ho na le
Mm.
Nthabi Hadebe, she also said she loves this. A ba etsa di-fire emojis. And also ho na le Sibabatso Tsawani. She said that this is amazing. And ke neilwe
Are you still there? Or am I the one that's cut off? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, I'm alone now. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. I think we'll wait just a few moments to see if Maholotu can rejoin her live. And then, if not, we will then disconnect and then enjoy our weekend. So we'll just wait a few moments to see if she'll be able to rejoin so that she can close it off properly and wrap it up nicely for us. I wish I could read the comments she was reading.
Askies. I'm sorry about that.
I'm not the girl that you leave. I will take over your show. You don't
Did
leave
we
me
talk
with your
over?
friends. I was reading comments.
No, you are perfect. You are perfect. Yes. Yo, I thank you for taking over, Hle. Technology in So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we have the comments now. So I think I should just allow us to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk first so that you finish up. I'm thankful that we are here today. I'm thankful that you have reached a stage, yeah, value. And I'm
Mm.
thankful that you shared your story with us. Hore, le rona ba qalang, who will start tomorrow, who will start, nining. We understand hore it starts like that. It qala e thotse so e ka ga se yona, Sometimes it's not working out. Sometimes when you come and present yourself, we don't see you, we don't hear you. And sometimes hona le batho bao by 2 by 3 who gets you, and they are there. At least wa thola mafolofolo, and then you run. How fita kwa hape.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I understand hore stages are different, and
Yes.
one has to understand that hore wa bona ke mo, I'm here. Wa bona, no, this is not a studio, it's my bedroom. It's not a studio. Yeah, I'm here, but I
For
am able
now.
to. Yes, whatever. Next time we have to be in a studio or somewhere
Yes.
different and better.
Yes.
So I really appreciate you. Only Mohale and Xaba and the boys, they are really.
I'll
Hey, but they are doing a good job, because the way you are flying and managing to balance everything, it means that even the closest people in your heart are supportive
Mm.
of your journey.
Yes.
They are in
Yes.
alignment with you, and you are all flowing together, which is also teaching us or anyone out there to
Mm.
say, you can run with your purpose together with
Mm.
your people. You don't have
Yes.
to
Yes.
you don't have to feel like they have not, they don't fit in. They will fit in for
Mm.
as long as you make them
Yes.
understand who you are and where you are going. So wrap it
Mm.
up. Finish us. Finish us.
This is always the difficult part. But if I'm to speak to someone, and I really hope if I can just touch one person, I would have done what I was supposed to do today. But what I would say is believe what you hear and believe what you saw. Because
Wow.
it sounds like a cliche, but that's really where a lot of us um, don't push, is because you're not completely confident, and your belief system is not where it's supposed to be, for what God has put in your heart, and
Mm,
obviously as you go further, I mean, the higher you go up the mountain, the more you see, right? So the more you have to believe, because the more competition, the more the language is going to change, even though, you have a business background or whatever that it is that you're studying, the more you advance, the more you have to equip yourself. And the more you are exposed, right? So it
Wow.
goes back to the support that you said, to say that have a solid support system, know who speaks what into your life, and
Mm,
in support, in you coming and being presented as this put together person, don't overburden people with I don't want to say unrealistic expectations, but know what to expect from whom. Apportion your support correctly, because
oh,
sometimes you expect things from people that you're not supposed to be expecting it from, and then you end up getting disappointed. Then there's conflict. Then there's just now not a resolution. So
mm,
know who you need for what, and make sure that they know what you need them for. Make sure
yeah.
that the relationship is clear, and make sure that, you honor the people that are holding you up. You honor the people that believe in you. You honor the people that God has up, brought to hold you up. Your errands, the ones that are holding you up, honor them publicly. So not only in private, honor people, appreciate people, and never ever look down on yourself, no matter what. Also a cliche, but you'll see the minute you go out, and the minute, because I travel a lot out of Bloemfontein, and
Mm,
I come across entrepreneurs that are doing insane things, and you can think of yourself. And especially when people ask you where you're from, and you're like Bloemfontein, it's like Bloemfontein, and you can let that get to you. But I love
mm,
going out, because I'm like, okay, so this is what's happening outside. No, man, I can
mm,
also do this, so have a learning spirit, have an appreciative spirit, especially where you don't know, don't feel insecure, don't feel like you don't belong. That's your opportunity to tap in and to absorb and to ask and to learn. So don't discount yourself. Honor where honor is due, and make expectations clear. And above all, believe in yourself and believe what God said. Believe Him. Believe Him. It's going to be tested. It must be tested, but believe Him. Believe Him and don't move no matter what.
yeah. I what's again? I am aware that we can talk until tomorrow.
And talk
So
and talk and talk. Thank
this was beautiful. This is
you so
like
much.
in all. Well, you know what I normally do? I record. Now we are recording. Then I download. I put them there in my laptop so that I listen happy. I am being
Mm.
inspired. I don't want to lie. So when you see me writing that book, just know who you were, the last voice that finished it, that said it, that, that because who
Mm.
will, and I
Mm.
think sitting here listening to God talking to me different aspects of my life, and someone else there reading the comments, I can tell
Mm.
that you really, really touched a lot of people. This conversation was very fruitful to everyone that was here. Thank you so much, and may God continue to bless you. May He
Thank you.
continue to make you fly high for His glory, and
Yes.
also for all the lives that you are responsible for.
Yes.
We
Yes. Yes.
see
Yes.
you, and we are cheering for you. When I saw you last week, Hore, or that time when you said that you were part of the top 10, and I was like, Lord, you are still with her, you know,
Yes.
and and,
Yes.
and this
Yes.
is beautiful for me and everyone else that knows Hore. You know what? She started there, but look at her today. Hi,
Mm.
it's amazing to watch. And yeah, Pidisa, if there's anything else that is saying to you, hi, why bona this thing, it's so complicated. But then Refilwe yena, why is she
Mm.
still there? Why is she still
Mm.
still rising high? And as you say, Hori, it's all
Mm.
about me showing up first. Before people can appreciate me, before people can hear or see me, I have to hear and see myself. I have to appreciate me first and show up so that everyone else who are responsible, I am responsible for, can also rise and take that bold stage and walk this journey
Yes.
without fear of failure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
So,
much. All the best, and can't wait to be in studio next time, reviewing your
yes,
book. Thank you so much. I had a great time.
yeah, let me just talk to my people. Thank you so much to everyone who was here watching and participated and shared. I really appreciate the fact that on a Friday we sit here and get inspired. I love this hour, and I believe that God has a lot in store for us. Next week, I have another amazing guest. She's also from Bloemfontein. Listen, you need to be here. You need to be here. Next week we are raising the bar, going also talking about the bold stages of a young midwife who's flying the flag of Free State. Hi, 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 hi. Like, you will love her from social media. You will get her vibe. I wish I can see this lady live. So next week, 6 o'clock, Inspirational Friday, we are going to share a journey, a bold story, and all that, and you're inspired. And we are going all out to prepare ourselves for the moments and seasons and the opportunities and the people that God is bringing in our lives. God bless you. It's a long weekend.
Yes.
Enjoy it. If you have to attend every day for your own empowerment, I know who busy from tomorrow until Tuesday. Go for it. Go get empowered. Go get work your land. Go and work on yourself so that when you present yourself, when you speak and tell us who you are, you know who you are. God bless you. Good night, everyone, and I love you. Bye bye.